Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Geiger, and what I thought I'd do today is try out doing something a bit different, and I'm gonna do like a random shelf of DVDs that we've got here. Um, if you guys want to see this for all of the shelves, then feel free to, of course, comment, leave a comment below, um, and I'll do it all. But we're just gonna go through the random shelves. Um, and go from there. So first up we have Batman Begins. I do have all three of the Dark Knight trilogies. To be honest, this one actually really surprised me. I thought I wasn't really going to like this one. Of course, the Dark Knight is probably the best in the trilogy, but I think this might be my second favourite in the trilogy. Although I prefer the 90s Batman movies. They were the ones that I grew up with. And then, of course, we have the 2-disc special edition. Just to let you know, these are double backed. That's why it's going to be kind of hard to do. It is semi in order, but I'll do a full overview at the end anyway. We have Blade Runner. I watched that actually a couple of years ago on Virgin. But it didn't have any subtitles, so I couldn't actually hear half of the things they were saying, which really kind of annoyed me. This is just the final cut special edition. I know this has got a ton of versions, but so yeah. Then we have Burke and Hare, which is a comedy with Simon Pegg in there. I've heard good things about it. I think it's based on like a true story of the people. Then we have Backdraft. Of course, it's a classic firefighter thriller type movie. Boogie Nights, which is another one of them classics. I haven't seen it yet. Breakfast at Tiffany'S, of course, another classic. I think this actually came out not long after the book came out, which is kind of weird. Normally with these old books, novels, it takes a long time before the movie comes out. But I heard that one came out quite frequent after the book. Then we have this Barbara, A Woman of Substance. Not too sure exactly what this one is, but I'm guessing it's like a historical drama. The Back to the Future trilogy on DVD. I have had the Blu-ray set before, but I ended up selling it. But it is on my list of movies to get back. Of course, Borat. Love that movie. I think the second one wasn't that good. I don't know. I felt like the second one was very political. Of course, falling on that whole COVID situation. It was enjoyable, but I don't think it has as much rewatch factor that the first one has. Bill and Ted Bogus Journey. I have the first one on Blu-ray, I think. I did have the fourth one, the third one, but I had to sell it. I've got 2 copies of Bruce Almighty for some reason. I love that film. One of my sort of go-to rewatchable films. Love that film. Then we have Bridget Jones' Diary. I think it's the first in the Bridget Jones movies. I think there's 3. Haven't seen any of them. Blade, which actually I really like the Blade trilogy. The first one is really cheesy. I found the acting isn't great. The series went downhill, but of course there was a TV show, and of course we're getting a reboot of the movie from the MCU. So looking forward to that. And then we have Braveheart, another classic Mel Gibson. Becoming Jane, which again is a novel, I think. Then we have Beaufort, which I think is a war film. Then we have the Bleak House by Charles Dickens. I think this was a mini-series. Then we have Battle of Britain with Michael Caine. And Black Hawk Down, which is another classic war film, modern day classic. And how I've been watching, I've been going from right to left with these. That's how I've been watching these movies. Battle of the Damned, which I've already talked about, pretty terrible movie, zombie film. This is the Steelbook limited collector's edition of Battle Royale special edition. Yeah, this is all my sale pile, so it's a bit of a nightmare. This comes with the movie, and you get like a little film cell in there as well. This movie was awesome. I kind of want an upgrade to the Arrow version. I've heard the Arrow transfer is great. I think the are on the app as well, so that's probably how I watched the second one. Bobby Z, which is pretty. I couldn't recommend it. It wasn't a terrible film, but it wasn't great. Of course, with Paul Walker, Lawrence Fishburne. I couldn't recommend it. And then we have Brimstone, which is an excellent sort of alternative Western dark drama. Very, very good film. I highly recommend this one. And then we have this triple pack. I've watched Amsterdam Heavy, and I watched Redline last night. I would have loved that film. This film, when I was a kid, I was big into cars, and this film is pretty much just like I'll be honest with you, yes, it's pretty much Fast and Furious without the budget of Fast and Furious. But honestly, I didn't hate it. Had some really nice cars. There was lots of semi-naked chicks, I guess, if you want to call them that. As much as they can get away with without them being nude, I guess. Haven't watched Battleground yet. Then we have Around the World in 80 Days with Jackie Chan, Steve Coogan. Classic sort of family film. And then we have Age of Dinosaurs. It says on there, Jurassic Park meets Die Hard. We'll see. Armageddon America, which I think is a sort of terrorist film. You think it's a disaster film, and it kind of is, but it, from what I can gather, but it's not your average sort of natural disaster movie. Are You Scared, which is actually getting hard to find. The sequel is actually really hard to find. This is like Saw, only a 76-minute film. I haven't watched it yet, but it's like Killer Game Show type film, much in the vein of Saw, but I love those sort of gore fest films. We have Assassin's Creed. I've heard that this isn't actually that bad. I've heard it's actually better than people give it credit for. We have this Ancient Mysteries box set here with 8 different Ancient Mysteries from the History Channel, of course. We have Apartment 143, which I think's do you know what? I think this goes by a different name. I think it goes by a different name. It's like a Spanish film, I think, originally. I think I've watched it. I can't remember if I did. Then we have here A History of Violence. Viggo Mortensen. Probably a balls to the walls action movie there. We have Anastasia. I think it's based on the historical drama type film. And we have Arthur. Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli. Probably a romance comedy film there. Army of Frankensteins. Probably another balls to the walls action horror film. Night in Camelot with Whoopi Goldberg. This is actually a Disney film. I did not realise that. Of course, Whoopi Goldberg probably kicking butt in in the Night Camelot era. Interesting, guys. Really interesting. Away Days. Another sort of, I think it's like hooligans, football fans. And we have A Dirty Shame. Johnny Knoxville's in this film, Tracy Ullman. Probably guessing it's like a raunchy sex comedy. Wow, you got, well, so right there, I mean, look at the size of those knockers. And then we have Alien Predator, not Alien versus Predator, Alien Predator. Yeah, this is a complete knockoff. Alien versus Predator, which I haven't seen all the way through, but I remember it being okay, but this movie was really dark for some reason. And then we have the classic George Orwell novel, Animal Farm, which this movie is actually really dark, actually. Of course, based on the Russian Revolution, but of course, George Orwell couldn't write about actual real people, so he made them into animals. Really, really dark film for a kid's film. Then we have Attack on Leningrad, another sort of plain film here, probably Nazis, I'm guessing. We have Alien vs Predator Requiem, which I've heard is really bad. Haven't watched that one myself. Army of Shadows. French Resistance film. And we have one of my all-time favourite trilogies, the Austin Powers Shackadelic box. For me, it goes, that second one's my favourite, first one's my second, and Goldmember's my third. Recently watched all of these on Amazon Prime, which is really funny because the first two didn't have subtitles, but the third one did. Unfortunately, they have had Blu-ray releases, but the second one is actually kind of out of print and hard to find and a bit more expensive. First one's not too hard to find, same with Goldmember. They have released a trilogy box set as an import, which is region 3, which I do want to hunt down. But I've heard that there's a couple of cuts in there for some reason with the Blu-ray one. I think it's with the I can't remember the name of the actor, but I think it's with the roller blading, the roller, whatever you call it, steamroller scene. Voodoo Possession with Danny Trejo. Nice slipcover though. I like Danny Trejo. Then we have A Prophet. Scarface meets The Godfather. Probably some sort of crime, drama, thriller movie there. Alien Origin, which I think is a found footage alien type movie. Good Day to Die Hard, which I absolutely hated this film. I'm going to have to give it a rewatch at some point. I think I have the first 3 movies on Blu-ray. My favourite is obviously the first one, and I'm really big fan of the third one as well. I really enjoyed the third one. Why this got a 10 out of 10, I don't know. I could not get into this one. I'm going to have to rewatch it. Maybe my opinion might change, but my first time watching it, I did not care for it. Ours Lads, I think it's like a Liverpool, no, it's Chicago. I'm not sure exactly what that one is. Kind of a weird one here, Ankaf Summer Dive, which I think is a Korean music festival. I think this is actually, no, it's Japanese, sorry. J-pop, I'm guessing. Neo Tokyo, which is a Japanese import, which is actually region 2, which is kind of funny because it says region 2 NTSC, yet we're region 1, so I don't know. ABCs of Death, which is a fun horror anthology. I love these films. I'm hoping we get a third one day. These both have Blu-ray releases, and I think this one is on Shudder, but the second one isn't. I got the second one. I believe this was a Dutch. I think this was a Dutch import, or Danish, or one that I had to import for some reason. But they have got Blu-ray releases, so I'm probably going to try and upgrade at some point. An American Sniper, which I still haven't seen. Then we have Apocalypto with Mel Gibson. I've heard this is really good, sort of cannibals, I think, type movie. Then we have Alexandra, the director's cut. And then we have the original Around the World in 80 Days with the Pierce Brosnan. And this is the original from, when did this one come out? Okay, this one says it's 4 hours and 40 minutes. I can't imagine the film's on for 4 hours. Maybe it was like a 2-part miniseries, I don't know. A Night in Roxbury, with Will Ferrell, one of his early roles. I'm guessing sort of raunchy comedy. And then we have Anna Karenina, which I think is a romance film, I'm guessing. Historical drama. A classic, All Quiet on the Western Front. Another classic war film based on World War One, based on the novel, which is a classic. And then we have A Dog's Journey, which I think is the first one. I can't with dog films. They upset me, man. Amadeus, of course, based on Wolfgang Amadeus. You know, it was actually the Simpsons Amadeus thing. When I watched it, she's like, oh no, you just ripped it off from the movie. And then I realised, oh, there actually was a movie called Amadeus. So that's what made me want to get this one. Attack the Block, which I still haven't seen, but I've heard this is really fun. Like Shaun of the Dead, but with aliens, I think. And then we have History of Modern Britain, Andrew Marr. Kind of a documentary. And then we have the Alan Partridge Alpha Papa, of course, based on the Alan Partridge TV show. And as you can see, these are double back, but I'll give you a quick overview of the collection. And let me know in the comments below if you want me to do this for other things. Citizen Khan, I am debating on getting rid of this now because it has just been released on BritBox. And yes, I know a lot of people say, oh, why do you want DVDs and collection, your collector? If I can watch it on a streaming service, for me personally, I prefer to, just because it's easier for me. I'm actually going to be watching this film as well tonight, Cradle of Fear, on Netflix. Although, to be honest, I'm not too sure now if I'm going to watch it on Netflix. I don't know, because I've got the, I don't know, but this is on Netflix. I'm not too sure if the Netflix version is the uncut version. We'll find out, actually. I assume it will be. This, CKY, I've got the other one, the trilogy, in my sale pile, I think, somewhere. This one's actually out of print now and goes for a fairly decent amount of money. I'm selling it for about 15 quid. So if anyone's interested, let me know. And the same with Wild Boys as well. I'm going to do a video in the future, doing a for sale video, showing off all the stuff I've got for sale, if anyone's interested. But of course, I've got to. I'm trying to get some more of these Mill Creek things. I've added a bunch more into my list on eBay. But as you can see, I've just got a nice selection here. I can't really show you the bottom shelf because I've got stuff in the way. But hopefully this will all be sorted out soon. Kind of an interesting one here, the For Your Consideration box set. These were sort of given out to reviewers, I think. I'm not too sure, but it's kind of an intriguing one that I've got. And I've got another one there, which is a Path one, which is unfortunately not in the greatest of condition. Yeah, so I've got these Andy Cesaris ones, which actually I realised most of these are on full moon features, but it's still nice to have the complete a set. And of course, one of my favourite sets will be there. I can't really show you, but I'll go around to the other shelves. And then as you can see, I've got rid of a few of the big box sets. I have been debating on getting rid of the Laurel and Hardy set. I actually realised this has actually been re-released in a smaller set I seen it in HMV. It was a smaller set, probably about the size of this. And But when I looked on there, it didn't have all of the ones that are on this one. So I still think this is the best set to get if you can hunt it down. The Flash, kind of a obscure thing there. Of course, my Tom and Jerry collection. I'm still trying to hunt down the other ones, but I have sort of cut down on how much I'm buying at the moment. You know, for a couple of reasons, obviously. I keep my thing here just to show you. This is crazy, right? This has not been charged up since I got it. Now, bear in mind, I got it a couple of weeks last week, and it's still on 75%. The battery life on this is amazing. I just put it here because it's in out of the way and stops it getting dusty and things. Of course, another one of these Mill Creek. I don't think this is Mill Creek per se, but I do like those sort of things. My Blu-ray collection has gone down a lot, unfortunately. Got 88 films here. This is actually the first one in 88 films, so I need to hunt down the other ones. But with things like Arrow and stuff, you know, I was collecting Arrow films at some point, but I sold them all for obviously reasons. But obviously, because you've got Arrow subscription service and stuff, I can still check the films out at least. I try not to keep things in my collection that I don't see myself watching again, or, you know, if it's something that, you know, I picked up quite cheap and now it's worth a lot of money, or a bit more money than what I paid for it. You know, if I can watch it elsewhere, then that, you know, I'll get rid of it. And then there's the big box set down there. But yeah, I just thought I'd do something a bit different today. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed these shelves things, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do another sort of video showing off the shelves. I'm going to go and have something to eat and that now, because we'll be going out soon to find out what, hopefully we're going to find out what baby gender is going to be today. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know what you've watching recently. I'm going to check out that Cradle of Fear tonight. It's on Netflix, and hopefully it's the gory version, not the censored version. But and as always, guys, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Tiger, and take care. Have a nice day.